What's up with y'all, man? AHumbleSoul. We checking back in, taking it to Pittsburgh, California. You know what I'm saying? In the Bay Area. I want to do something on King Freako, man. For those who may not be familiar with King Freako, you know, he's somebody who is a fallen soldier, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Bay Area rap music.
With patches and this came from Freak. You feel what I'm saying? Freak was a different dude, bro. He was something special. I'm telling you, Freak was a different dude, bro. He was real influential. And he was he wasn't no pushover, you feel me? He was like a little small, I won't say small, but he was a short little, you know what I'm saying, dude, who didn't play not one bit. No, he was the king. He was the first one we was calling king. That was King Freak, you feel me?
Pittsburgh in particular, you know, it's a city in the Bay Area, but it's not as popular or as big as other cities, you know what I'm saying, in the Bay Area, like San Francisco or Oakland or even Berkeley. You know, although it's a city with less than 100,000 people, it's responsible, you know, for producing its own talent. It's some solid artists that have come out of there, you know, especially on the underground scene. King Freako was one of those artists. He represented Pittsburgh's El Pueblo projects, you know, pretty much a housing complex, man, in a city that was known to have a reputation, you know, for being a get money area. It produced a lot of different street stars, as well as artists like, you know, Hustler from the Mob Figures or Ryder J. Clyde from the Mob Figures.
King Freak was the epitome of this, our mob that you see. You feel me? You see all this. He was the original fly gangster. That's exactly what he was. You feel me? A fly gangster. He was fly as fuck. He was a G. He thought so brilliant that he was ahead of his time. And a lot of people couldn't even catch on there. You know what I'm saying?
He was recording a lot of music with Hustler and Ryder J. Clyde of the Mob Figures. They actually had plans to, you know, form their own group and put out an album, 100% the Kind. But, you know, Freako ended up getting locked up for a couple of years. And while he was locked up, that's when, you know, Hustler, Ryder, the Jacker, AP9, FedEx, they came together, you know, linked up with SIBO, put out their debut project, you know, and started just really building their own fan base, touring, selling thousands and thousands and thousands of records independently.
With the blood passion, we just smashing, striking hoes like in the blunt. I be like, got the roper, doper in it. I like to smoke and I'ma choke up one in a minute. Me and my cannon up in this band, man. We just bouncing out with guns in our hand. A 4 pound, it goes down in the town. I said I love my niggas, man. They don't understand I bust raps with slug for my niggas, man. You don't understand the perps you want. You still don't know you ain't the kind, but let it go. Bustin' like a tech when I flow freestyle off the dome. So ho, check this. Pablo, respect this. Thugged out, nigga, coast to coast, I represent this. Nigga, mob figure hustler. West Coast Mafia bucking them with the 4-4. Even niggas stuck in them. I say it's amazing how I play a run game on these hoes. She spin G's on my niggas till her bank account froze. I never gave a whole dick. We always faked on a chick. Since the spill came to me and I put the shake.
When he gets out, Freako starts pushing his own movement with the Ghetto Stars. Around this time, you know, Freako was also collaborating with people like Mac Dre. He appeared on Mac Dre's Rumpulation 2. That was back in '99, and a couple of years later, that's when the Ghetto Stars released their debut project, The Slums. And the Ghetto Stars, you know, aside from Freako, it was Young Uzi, Dub 20, and Scoob Nitty.
Yeah, me and King Freak, we like actually family. Like his grandma was my grandma's aunt. You feel me? So we blood. You know what I'm saying? That was my cousin. I helped carry him when he passed. Rest in peace. But King Freak, he's a supernatural being, man. He was one of the He's one of the illest persons I ever got to have the grace of being related to and ever had the grace of even seeing. He was just a real dude. There wasn't no in-betweens with Freak. Either you liked him, you loved him, or you hated him. You feel me? So it wasn't no in the middle. Either you loved that nigga or you hated that nigga, man. He was just and most people I knew had nothing but pure love for him. Like, everything Freak did, we kind of like, we mimicked, like. And that goes for the whole mob. The mob figures included. You feel me? Whether they want to say it or not. You know what I'm saying? So, Mac Dre too. The last thing Mac Dre told me when I seen him that same day I told you at the group was like, Cuddy, I'm Freak, Cuddy. I've been Freak on these niggas. You feel me? The Freak was real. He was real influential. And that's real shit.
In 2002, you know, Freako dropped his debut project, solo project, The Ghetto Star. And the album brought people into his life. You know, he was really putting his life into the music, man. Everything about his upbringing, to his hustling days, to, you know, his issues with the law, his thoughts on, you know, spirituality. And, you know, from there, man, you know, he's still collaborating with Mac Dre and that whole Thiz movement. Mac Dre got the Thiz imprint. He's putting out different projects. Freako, you know, he appeared on a handful of those albums. You know, unfortunately, though, man, his career was cut short. In 2004, you know, NBA All-Star Weekend was in Los Angeles. So Freako was out there, you know, the Jack, other people. And, you know, he was out in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, on Sunset Boulevard, reportedly in a parking lot of a Denny's. He was in one group that got into it with another group. You know, one thing led to another. Shots started going off, and, you know, Freako was hit during the shootout. Freako, he ended up passing away from his injuries. Another person was hit, you know what I'm saying, pretty seriously. Some reports even say that Jacka, you know, who was by Freako when it happened, man, reportedly, he was grazed in the head.
You know, I don't know, like, you know, there's so many legends and shit, and sometimes, like, to me, they don't get Freak, it's just dudes. You feel me? Because all these legends, all these, the Dre's, the Jacks, and everybody, he had a big part to do with all that, man. Like a major part. A major part. You feel me? That was the king of this mob that we call him mob. You feel me? Before we throwing the L's up for Jack, then we throwing the L up for Freak. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So he's like an unsung hero.
So, yeah, exactly. That's just a perfect word. He's an unsung hero. You know what I mean? And it's like, because I don't get it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times they don't get it. You know, other rappers, they shout his name out, and yeah, that's because, you know, I don't know. Maybe they know us, or maybe they know, you know what I'm saying? But he deserves way more fucking credit than he's getting. You feel me?
He had another album come out after he passed away. It was called Story of a Young G, Life as a General. You know, he had actually recorded a project with Ryder J. Clyde, a joint album, and that came out a year after he passed away. But yeah, man, I just wanted to do a piece on King Freako, man. There's not too much out there about him, but I thought it'd be dope to put some on the platform. If you're messing with the video, man, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already connected with us. Until next time, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. It's your guy Lewis checking in 100.
Caught in the trap. The only pain still in my heart is for my nigga Freak. One love to my brother.